Hi there, how are you? My name is Lena, and I'm a mom of four in the Washington, D.C. metro area. I'm also a holistic nutritionist and an educator on essential oils and natural health care. It's really my passion to share with women and families across the country different ways that they can care for themselves and their families right from their own home. And it's an interesting concept because a lot of us were raised in an environment where when we don't feel well, we go to the pharmacy and we get all the over-the-counter drugs that we possibly can to serve the symptoms that we're feeling and not necessarily get to the root of the problem. In natural healthcare, the natural approach is to serve the root cause and to make sure we support the body on a cellular level. And that's exactly what essential oils do. It's kind of a fascinating concept and one that's still new to so many of you. So I hope today, as I talk to you a little bit more about what essential oils are, and specifically doTERRA, that I can hold your hand through the process so it doesn't feel overwhelming. Because that's the most important thing, is to know that you can incorporate small, simple things in your home that can make a big impact without feeling like it has to be overwhelming. I'm so grateful that you're here just so that you can learn a little bit more specifically about why doTERRA essential oils are bar none the best out there. What makes them so different from the other essential oils that you can buy? I'm sure you've seen them at the dollar store, at Home Goods, at Bed Bath & Beyond. And how are those essential oils different than the ones that I'm talking about today? The biggest difference for me when I look at the labels themselves, for example, this one here is from Whole Foods, is it says right there on the bottle that it's all natural. So how do I know that the one from doTERRA is more pure than the one that's from Whole Foods? Well, the one from Whole Foods specifically says on the bottle to not ingest that essential oil. And that's your first sort of inkling that that's not an essential oil, that's really one that you want to use within your home. Let me tell you why. Essential oils are not all created equal. There are food grade, therapeutic grade, perfume grade, and all of these variations of different essential oils. doTERRA recognized that there was no real standard on the market, and so in order to use them for medicinal purposes and as natural healthcare, they went out and created their own standard, sort of above organic and way beyond any expectation that anyone would have of an essential oil company, because they want to make sure they're safe enough to use on our babies and even the elderly. So doTERRA actually tests every single bottle and all the essential oils on 7 different levels for its purity. And once it's been tested and deemed that it's certified pure therapeutic grade, we also send them out to a third party to make sure that there's no adulteration and nothing inside the bottle other than what the label says is inside. So there are different essential oils to benefit from. There are single oils like this one, lavender, and then there are oil blends like this one here, which is a blend of different plants put together to serve one purpose in the body. So essential oils themselves are literally the aromatic compound of the plant that defends itself and protects itself against predators. It's really such a fascinating concept if you think about it. It's similar to us. We have a DNA that protects ourselves when we fall down and scrape our knee, right? Our blood comes to the surface and it restores our body back to a state of homeostasis. The same thing exists in plants, right? If you were to cut the stems of a flower, you would see that the liquid secreting from the plant is there to sort of heal itself and protect the plant. The same thing when you peel an orange. You take that orange peel and you see it right there in front of you where the aromatic properties are bouncing off of that fruit and you can smell the aroma. Or when you're cooking a stew or a soup and you're breaking up the herbs in your hands and all of a sudden you just take in that beautiful smell of oregano or basil or whichever herb you're using. I love that. I love the smell of nature. And I love that that beautiful natural smell is something we can invite into our home, and it brings a piece of nature within the home so that everyone can benefit from it. It's very different than burning a candle or a plug-in in the wall that's letting out a synthetic smell. When you have a plug-in with an aroma that is meant to mimic nature, that's supposed to be a lavender scent, that smell is going to be constant and you're never going to stop smelling it because it's synthetic and it's foreign to your body. So it's always going to be a threat to your system. But with essential oils in your diffuser, for example, you'll stop to smell them after a few minutes because your smell receptors are no longer threatened by a natural aroma, and it allows that aroma to fill your home, proliferate the environment, and purify the air without being an overwhelming aroma or smell. If you were to leave the room and come back in, of course you'll smell the lavender again until your body adjusts to it. But what's amazing about essential oils is you're just bringing a piece of nature right there in your home, and you're benefiting from the aroma and the therapeutic properties. So there are 3 specific ways that we use essential oils. And one of them is, as I mentioned, from a diffuser. And this right here is a doTERRA petal diffuser. And you just simply add water until the red dot right there. Tap water is fine. And then you add a few drops of essential oil to it. And depending upon which oil you choose, there are different benefits. Obviously, you've heard of aromatherapy. Aromatherapy is simply taking in something through your smell receptor in your nose, which is connected to the olfactory bulb in your brain, which then releases to your limbic system, and that's what generates the serotonin and endorphins in the body. So all that physiological change that can happen are benefits from smelling something natural from the environment. For example, when you smell lavender, it's meant to calm the mind. Or when you smell peppermint, it's meant to invigorate you and uplift you. So once again, the purity of that essential oil is so important when using them aromatically. Most importantly, because when you think about using that essential oil, lavender, for example, that's grown in France and Bulgaria, we know that it has the purest and highest level of phytonutrients in it. So if you were to grow an essential oil here in the Washington, D.C. area, it might still smell like lavender. It might have a beautiful aroma, and you might want to put it in your home as a floral arrangement. But to distill it down and create an essential oil from it, it's not going to have the richness within the soil that it would from where it comes from in its natural environment. doTERRA actually sources all of our oils from where they grow naturally in their own indigenous environment. And I love that. I love that it brings all the richness of the soil and the history of that soil and the amount of rainfall that it gets in those places around the world, so that we can have the highest amount of healing properties within each of these essential oils. So as we take in the benefits aromatically in a diffuser, it's a super easy passive way that you can benefit from the aroma in your home. Purifies the air, it cleanses the air, it provides a beautiful calming aroma, but it also has, some of the essential oils have antiviral properties, antibacterial properties that are so beneficial during this time of year when seasonal threats are high. So the other way that we use essential oils aromatically is by self-diffusing. Super simple. You take an essential oil bottle like this one, which is peppermint, and you would put a drop or 2 in the palm of your hand. Very simply, rub your hands together. And self-diffuse just means that you bring your hands closer to your nose, as close to a point where you feel comfortable. For me, I'm kind of a pro, so I just can go right up to my nose here. Take in a deep breath, smells so good. And then I can rub my hands on the back of my neck and on my shoulders and behind my ears, and really benefit from the aroma of that essential oil. But also taking it in topically is equally as beneficial. So now I've applied the oils to my shoulders and to my neck. I can feel the cooling sensation of that peppermint. It's already beginning to relieve tension in my neck. And it's also waking me up, because that's what peppermint's intended to do. That cooling menthol sensation is invigorating, helps me focus, and definitely relieves the tension in my neck and mild headaches and things like that. So by taking in that aroma and self-diffusing that way, I can do that anywhere. I can carry that essential oil with me to a doctor's appointment in the waiting room, or to work, in a meeting, wherever I am. I can use that essential oil without having my diffuser with me. So that's a really nice benefit too. Now, topical application is equally as important. When we use the essential oils topically, we're using them to, and intending to use them in a spot that really needs support. For example, if you pulled out a shoulder while you were vacuuming or mowing the lawn or picking up a baby, or perhaps you have menstrual cramps or any kind of aches in your neck or things like that, you can use the oils topically anywhere that you feel that discomfort. One thing that we love to do when we're using our essential oils topically is dilute them with fractionated coconut oil. I don't know if you've ever seen this before, but it's actually a fraction of the fatty acids found in cold pressed coconut oil. Cold pressed coconut oil is the kind of cooking oil that you would use if you're going to fry an egg or something like that. Fractionated coconut oil is never going to solidify in the wintertime. It's always going to be this really beautiful, thin solvent material that just applies so smoothly to the skin. It doesn't have a smell or any flavor. It's not going to stain your clothes, but it serves two purposes. And this is why it's so, so important. Is one, it helps to dilute the oils on the skin. So especially if you're brand new to essential oils, you don't know your sensitivity level. Essential oils are very potent and powerful volatile properties, which means that everyone has a different sensitivity level to them. And if you're nervous about using essential oils, feel free to start on the bottoms of your feet. The bottoms of your feet are very porous. You have 4,000 pores there that just absorb the essential oils into the skin and metabolize through your bloodstream and into your liver within just a couple of minutes, can reach every cell in your body. So it's a perfect place to start with your essential oils if you're nervous about using them. Once again, using them topically with a fractionated coconut oil is going to minimize any sensitization that you might have towards that specific essential oil, which is a really nice reassurance that you know you're not going to have any reaction to it. There really are no side effects to using essential oils topically, just side benefits because you've used them properly with diluting them with fractionated coconut oil. The second reason why we love to use fractionated coconut oil is it prevents evaporation. So as soon as you put that drop into the palm of your hand, about 50% of that essential oil goes aromatic and you lose the benefits very quickly. But if you're to put a drop of essential oil in the palm of your hand with a drop of the fractionated coconut oil and then massage that onto your shoulder, that coconut oil is going to trap the essential oil on the skin so that it doesn't evaporate. It covers more of a surface area on the body and it helps it to last longer. So it's such a great investment. It's just $12 for this bottle and it lasts about a year. So I absolutely think this is a wonderful thing to include into your essential oil regimen. I especially love to dilute when we're using them on my children. So it's a perfect addition. The third way that we use essential oils is actually just exclusive to doTERRA. This is something that sets doTERRA apart because truly you can use their essential oils internally. Not every plant was intended to be taken internally, but doTERRA is smart to identify when and when not to ingest. On the back of each bottle where you can ingest that essential oil, you will see supplement facts, okay? Similar to a supplement or a vitamin you would get, you would see supplement facts, so that way you know you can ingest it. When there's an essential oil or a plant that is not meant to be ingested, then you will just see ingredients on the bottle and not supplement facts. doTERRA has also been really great to make some soft gels that are already pre-made that you can keep in your medicine cabinet for times when you may need them. There's one for seasonal allergies and threats. There's one, we call this one our flu balm. It's really great because it's a blend of our protective as well as some other great immuno-boosting essential oils. And then we have a natural sleep remedy and some other ones for acid reflux and things like that. So I love that they've already pre-made a bunch of these. Another clever way to ingest essential oil is to take these beadlets. These are awesome. My kids take one a day of the On Guard beadlets to protect their immune system, but it's just 1/8 of an encapsulated drop, and you can see how super tiny it is. And it's nice because it protects the essential oil so that they don't taste it, but you can pop it on your tongue if you'd like to. There's definitely a numbing effect that happens, and it's very soothing to the throat if you need that support. Lastly, you can ingest the essential oils straight from the bottle, which I do with a number of these oils. One that I do daily is actually lemon. Lemon is so cleansing. It's a very gentle detoxifier to the liver and the stomach and the lining of your intestines. And this right here has 75 lemon rinds that are cold pressed down to make this one 15 milliliter size bottle of essential oils. Isn't that amazing? If you were to squeeze a lemon, it most likely would fill this size bottle. So you can see here, it's not from the juice of the lemon, it's from the rind of the lemon. So there are 75 lemon peels that are cold pressed down. It's so incredible how potent and powerful they are. So I love to include a drop of lemon and a nice warm mug of water in the morning to gently cleanse my body and start the day out nice and fresh. It's very refreshing and it's very uplifting, and I love the smell of lemon. So now that you know the 3 ways that I use essential oils in my home, I want to talk to you about the 10 most commonly used essential oils and why specifically they have benefited me in my life. Okay, so there are, let's see, a bunch of these single oils I talked about, 6 to be exact, and 4 that are blended together. So the 6 I want to talk to you about are right here: lemon, lavender, and peppermint, oregano, melaleuca, and frankincense. And then we'll talk about the blends in just a sec. So lemon we've already covered. It's very refreshing, it's cleansing. You can also use it to clean your home, which is so fascinating. There have been studies and research to show that it's much more effective than the cleaning products you would get from the store. So I love that nature can provide that cleaning effect in our home, and that I have that reassurance that everything in my home is clean, even though it might not smell like bleach, right? That's something you might have to train your mind to relieve or release that control where you love the smell of bleach, because lemon also has such a clean and powerful, beautiful smell, and it does the very same thing, but in a way that I feel more safe. If my children were to clean the house with me, or if they were to lick a countertop, I know that it's not going to have any toxins there for them to ingest, so it's a lot safer. Lavender, we've also talked about. This one is so amazing. It's incredibly beneficial when you want to calm the mind from anxious feelings or calm the skin. If you have redness, if you have a burn, a bug bite of any kind, even a sunburn, I have to tell you, this fractionated coconut oil and this lavender, every time we go to the beach, these go with us to, especially after sun exposure. It's just so calming and soothing to the skin. I also love it in my mascara. It helps to elongate the lashes and hair growth on the brows. I just brush them a little bit here and there, but there are so many benefits to using lavender in the home. We use it in the diffuser at night in our kids' rooms to promote a restful night's sleep. I love it even in the laundry machine when I'm washing sheets to promote that beautiful smell in the sheets for the kids and I and for my husband. Lavender is a great addition to the bathtub at night as well. Peppermint we spoke about being very invigorating, extremely cooling to the body. That works so quickly if you have an inflamed temperature. It's one that we gravitate towards pretty quickly with the kids. We just rub it on the bottoms of their feet with some coconut oil to gradually bring that temperature down, and then also underneath the arms as well. So this is one that has replaced so many over-the-counter drugs for us, and we absolutely love it. The 3 other single oils are also powerful and serve different purposes. This one here has been a powerhouse when it comes to ear discomfort. We take this one on a cotton ball, so a couple drops in a cotton ball with a couple drops of the fractionated coconut oil, and then we take the cotton ball and rub it behind the ear and down the neck for the kids, and then we put it inside the ear with a little piece of tape over that ear canal so that the cotton ball stays in place. And that melaleuca on the cotton ball diffuses into the ear. It has some very interesting and amazing antimicrobial effects that help to relieve the ear discomfort and tension and discomfort that they feel there, and can kill all the yuckiness going on. So that's really nice and so beneficial, especially in the middle of the night when you know your kid has bright red ears and they're tugging on them, and that ear pain is just so hard to bear and hard to watch your kids go through, and this has been a great lifesaver for us. We also use melaleuca straight on the skin for acne. So if I have like a hormonal acne pop up here and there, I can use it right there on my skin to kill any fungus or bacteria, and it also reduces the redness. It's nice for dandruff or any kind of dermatitis, dry skin, flakiness. This is a great addition. Oregano. Oregano is the powerful antibacterial essential oil. Its antibacterial properties are, bar none, one of the most effective in our home. If someone has an illness, if someone has caught something, my husband takes the metro in and out of town, and who knows how many airborne pathogens are floating around, and he's just exposed to so much. And so sometimes he brings things home, and this is so amazing, applied to the bottoms of the feet with a few drops of that coconut oil. Throw the socks on over the top, and the kids can run around, and he can He can walk around the house and instantly within a few hours they feel great. Now, if you feel like the symptoms are not subsiding, then you can do this for up to 10 days in a row as an antibacteria antibiotic for you, a natural antibacterial antibiotic. And it's very powerful. I'm trying to be as compliant as I can here without sounding like I'm a doctor, because I'm not here to prescribe or diagnose, but I'm just letting you know that this has been an incredible tool for us, and coupled especially with the On Guard, which I'll talk to you about in just a moment. Frankincense. Frankincense is the last of the single oils, and this one here is precious. We grow it in Somaliland. doTERRA sources it there. The Boswellia frankincense is so, so powerful. It's very, very small in its cellular components and can pass through fiercely through the blood-brain barrier, which helps with any cerebral health, emotional wellness, severe head tension. I love to use it for inflammation in the body if I have any swelling in my ankles or something like that. But it's something that you can do so simply. It's very gentle as well. So you can just apply it to your thumb, sort of wet the end of your thumb there, and press it deeply to the roof of your mouth there. So, and you do that for a good 60 seconds. It smells kind of like a Catholic church, right? It's got that incensey smell. Smells amazing. I used to live in Italy and my family's Italian, and it reminds me so much of that beautiful country. But frankincense has a really soft spot in my heart because it has helped me with anxious feelings that I get, lots of feelings of stress, sadness, all the emotions of the mind. It's really beneficial for that. And it's actually one of doTERRA's most precious essential oils. That's why it has a high price tag. And I will explain to you at the end a little bit more about how you can get this specific oil for a lot less money. But I just wanted to kind of hope the message resonates with you as to why this specific essential oil is so has a higher price tag. Part of the reason for that too is because we grow the essential oils where they grow naturally in their environment. We have to put a price tag on them dependent upon the harvest and, of course, the difficulty of how we retrieve them from all across the world. So Somaliland, as you can imagine, is not the easiest place to source our oils from. So that's why it has a little bit more of a higher of a price tag as well, compared to lemon, which we get from Italy, which is just $10. So, okay, now we're going to talk about the 4 blends. These blends are so powerful, and I cannot wait for you to use them. So the first one I want to talk about is called Breathe, and this should be obvious what it does, right? This is our respiratory blend. So all things respiratory, any conjunctivitis or feelings of congestion, you just feel like sinusy up here, you can't breathe right, this is the one. Use simply, I mean, it just smells so good. It smells like you just got off a ski lift and you're taking in that fresh mountain air, right? That eucalyptus smell, the cardamom, the peppermint, all of that is just so soothing, opens everything up. It smells similar to a Vicks Vapor Rub, but so much deeper and more saturated in the smells, and something that I want to keep smelling over and over again. Obviously, it's not synthetic. Vicks Vapor Rub has some synthetics in there that make it not that great for you. And so taking something natural, this Breathe is just so soothing to the respiratory system. We love to use this in the diffuser at night, especially next to my husband's bedside, to promote clear airways so that we both can sleep a whole lot better. And it's not as noisy in the room, which is nice too. And the Breathe Respiratory Blend is one that one of my sons uses religiously for his asthma. And you can do a natural inhaler by putting a little bit on the palm of your hand there and rubbing your hands together, and then taking one hand in cupping position and the other one flat, and just taking that in through the mouth. And letting, ooh, that's so good. It's so cooling. And allowing that essential oil to really open up the airways, provide more oxygen and blood flow to the lungs, and easy breathing. It's amazing. Love the Breathe Respiratory Blend. The last few here are awesome too. Digestin, we talked a little bit about at the beginning. This one is for all things digestive. So gas, bloating, diarrhea, constipation, acid reflux, nausea, motion sickness, anything GI, all the things from up here down to here, and really works so fast. I remember my Nonna used to make me chew on a fennel stick as a kid when I would get a stomach ache. And when I looked at the ingredients of DigestZen, I realized my Nonna knew what she was talking about, right? I'm sure many of you have seen that you can use ginger when you're feeling nauseous. This is a blend of anise, ginger, fennel, and peppermint. And all of these amazing essential oils together work so quickly. Even just smelling them straight from the bottle can relieve those feelings I talked about before. So it works really great. You can apply it topically right on the stomach. You can do it on the bottoms of the feet. You can even put it in the car if the kids are getting motion sickness by putting it in front of the air conditioning, which is nice too. Love that one. Okay, the last two here. Deep Blue. This is an incredible blend of essential oils tailored toward aches and discomfort in the body. So if you have like locked jaw, backaches, severe tension in your neck and shoulders, you pulled a muscle, you have like swollen discomfort somewhere in your body, this is the one you go to. And you apply it with that coconut oil. And what's incredible about the Deep Blue is that blend of helichrysum and blue tansy and wintergreen and peppermint. All these essential oils go deep into the skin. And over time, especially after repetition, those aches and pains and that discomfort will dissipate. And I have seen this work so well in my life. I used to have chronic knee pain, I mean severe. And I have worked so hard over the years to build up the muscles around that tissue and that cartilage. And it wasn't until I was religiously using this Deep Blue that I now have full motion within my knee and can get through a full workout without feeling like I have to take some kind of an anti-inflammatory. So it really has some incredible benefits to it that I very much appreciate and love. I also like to use it on my lower back when it's that time of the month, or soak my feet in it at the end of a long day. It just feels so good. Okay, I've saved my very favorite of the top 10 essential oils for last. This one here is called On Guard. It's our protective blend. It has rosemary, wild orange, eucalyptus, clove, and cinnamon. These essential oils are amazing for boosting the immune system. When we call it our protective blend, we call it that because that's exactly what it's doing, right? When you have a bacterial infection, it's hanging out on the outsides of your cells. When you have a virus, it's on the inside of the cells. When you take an antibiotic from the doctor, and I'm not saying you should never, because I'm not a doctor, but what I'm saying is if you do take an antibiotic from the doctor's office, it's going to, 1, give you some sort of yeast infection, 2, destroy your microbiome, which are the living microorganisms within your digestive tract, which we'll talk about in a minute. And 3, there are bacteria-resistant strengths all across the board, right? So there's all these different reasons why that might be an issue for you. But what's amazing about On Guard is that it protects the cells from the inside out. It's an antioxidant blend. It has incredible immunoboosting properties that have been the number one reason why my sweet boys are able to attend school. As many of you know, my twins were born premature, and they have transient neutropenia, which is a blood disorder that makes it so their white blood cell count is low. And we really, truly didn't know at what capacity they would be able to function in society or go to school and things like that. And so we're pretty religious about giving them this On Guard every day. They take the beadlets. They also have On Guard in a little roller like this, which is such an easy way to apply the oils in a roller. So you can dilute it with fractionated coconut oil and 10 to 20 drops of that On Guard. You can make your own. I have these on my website from Amazon as well if you'd like to purchase it that way. But what I want you to understand is by using this on a daily basis, the body over time is really going to be able to build up this protective barrier. And those airborne pathogens and viruses and all the things that are going around this time of year, you're able to defend yourself from it. You're able to put your body on guard, which is why it has that fabulous name. doTERRA has really capitalized on the effectiveness of this On Guard blend and created a whole line of natural antibacterial soaps and laundry detergents and toothpaste and throat drops and all the things that are just so incredible this time of year. So This is our number one favorite. We love it. Love it. Okay, so now I want to talk to you about doTERRA's number one selling product. So we've just finished covering all of the top 10 most commonly used essential oils. And now we're going to transition into something really quickly called the doTERRA Lifelong Vitality Pack. I would be remiss not to discuss something that has helped me so immensely in my health and wellness, and it just wouldn't feel fair if I didn't share it. So this right here is actually a supplement pack. And many of you are skeptical of supplements because as a nutritionist, I get this a lot from people is, what are the benefits of supplements? I feel like when I take them, I just end up peeing them out and they're not really benefiting me. The truth of the matter is that you're absolutely right. There are so many supplements on the market that you are not getting the benefits from, that are actually very counterproductive on your liver because it's inviting way too much of that particular supplement into your system and your body can't process it. And so it literally just pees it all out, which we call expensive pee. What's awesome and what makes doTERRA supplements so different is that they're made from their food source. The food source is what carries the vitamins A, B, C, D, B12, CoQ10, magnesium, fiber, potassium, all the necessary nutrient requirements that your body needs on a daily basis are in foods that are then made into these supplements, okay? Because when a supplement is made from GNC, Costco, or Target, they take that supplement and they synthesize it to mimic the vitamin and the trace minerals within those foods. But doTERRA has taken the food source themselves, and you can read that on the back of the bottle as well, and turned it into a way that the body can actually absorb it because it recognizes it. It's in its natural form, so your body gladly invites it in and says, go to work, right? So I take a couple of these in the morning and in the evening for my nutrient support. But there are other components of the Lifelong Vitality Pack that are also really crucial when it comes to our daily needs. And one of them is called the XE Omega, okay? This also comes in vegan form if you don't consume fish. But the XE Omega is a fish oil. It's a DHA omega-3 fatty acid, but it's also blended with some essential oils and land fatty acids, so marine and non-marine. And the reason for that is your body doesn't naturally make omega-3s. Omega-3s are a necessary component for brain function, heart function, lungs, all the big systems in your body need omega-3s. And it's something that, God intended us to get from an outside source like fish or land fatty acids. But the truth of the matter is, on a daily basis, are you consuming these things? And if you're not, then you're always going to be sort of depleted in that sense and reaching towards things to fulfill those cravings. When in essence, you can take a fish oil or land marine oils to help you fulfill those needs. So the DHA fatty acids in here are intended to counteract a lot of the foods that we're eating that are inflammatory. For example, a standard American diet is infiltrated with inflammatory foods, from processed foods to foods that we eat out of season, basically the whole gamut of issues that can cause inflammation within our system, from omega-6s and omega-9s. But when you don't consume omega-3s, then your body is always in fight or flight mode and an inflammatory response happens. And that inflammatory response over time can lead to things like autoimmune disease and just break down your systems. It's really detrimental to not be taking some kind of supplement that you know is coming from a natural source. So this is one that I absolutely swear by. The last component of the Lifelong Vitality Pack is actually called Alpha CRS Plus. And this one on its own is $69, okay? It seems catastrophic. Why is it so expensive? Let me tell you. The Alpha CRS Plus is chock full of antioxidants, okay? There's no stimulants in here. There's no, nothing that's gonna make your heart race. It's not like a caffeine, but it gives you energy and stamina by working through the mitochondria in your cells. So it's giving your body energy through your cellular makeup. And what it's doing by boosting your immune system and giving you energy is also giving you this fulfillment of life and extended periods of happiness and joy. And I know that sounds like hokey pokey, but what's so crazy is the effect of this is so quick. Like you'll feel the energy and you'll feel the momentum to get through your day and have more focus and memory recollection than you would without it. And so it's worth that $69 to me. But what's really cool is that doTERRA has bundled these together so that for $10 more, you can get all three of them. And I think that's genius that they reward those loyal customers who align themselves with something to really take care of their body and support it on a cellular level. And that's exactly what the Lifelong Vitality Pack is intended to do. And why it's doTERRA's #1 selling product is because it provides support at a baseline so that when we have proper sleep, we're eating right, and we have some form of exercise throughout our week, that we can then support ourselves through nutrients and protective and preventative healthcare, which is so important these days. That being said, I want to talk to you specifically about how you can get these essential oils into your home. It's so important to recognize that after learning all of these things, that you need support. Okay, this isn't something that you can just go to the store and buy it off the shelf and expect to know how to use all of it, right? That seems silly. So doTERRA is not going to invest, millions of dollars in billboards or fancy magazines to, sell you an ad in a magazine on how to buy essential oils. What they've done is so smart. They have invested in us as wellness advocates to work knee to knee with people, to inspire them, to empower them, and to really teach you the logistics of how to use essential oils. So you can do it safe and effective, right? That's what we want. We want you to use it safely, but we really want it to be effective for you so that you can use something natural in your home and have it actually work for you. So in order for you to hire the oils to work for you, you've got to become a member of doTERRA. I know that word can feel overwhelming and kind of turn people off. To be a member of doTERRA, to get a membership, does not mean you have to be like me and sell the oils and get all your friends to buy them. Nothing at all. You don't have to have repeat orders. You don't have to sell them. Nothing like that. If you want to do that, of course, that's an option you can think about later. But for me, I'm really focused on getting people in that want to become customers and use the product and learn how to incorporate essential oils into their life so that they can make a plan to feel well, right? Make a plan for your health. And the way that you're going to do that is by purchasing a $35 membership. To be a wholesale customer, to get 25% off, which is the same price that I pay, all it requires is a $35 membership. Now, what the $35 membership gets you is access to me, okay? So when you align yourself with doTERRA, you have to choose wisely who you purchase your membership from, because that person will be responsible and be the person holding your hand through the learning process, okay? So if you just buy your essential oils on Amazon, or you buy your essential oils randomly from some neighbor down the street whose mom sells them, are you confident in them being able to coach you and hold your hand through the learning process? Okay, that's something that's really important to understand. That $35 membership gets you access to me. It gets you a free wellness consultation with me so that I can train you and teach you exactly how to use all the things that you bought, right? When that purple box arrives in the mail, you're going to know that you're going to have a conversation with Lena, and I can help you customize and individualize the things that you purchased. Sorry, I have a hair in my mouth. So that you know exactly how to use them. That's super important. Okay, the next piece of the membership is that now you're going to get 25% off for an entire year. After a year, the 25% is still yours if you choose to renew your membership. It's almost like a Costco card, right? So the $25 renewal fee is $10 less than your initial enrollment fee. Okay, so it goes down to $25 at 12 months. And then in return, doTERRA will give you a free peppermint essential oil. So this size, wherever it is, in this size, okay? So 15 milliliter size bottle of peppermint essential oil in exchange for your renewal after the 12 months. It ends up being about $4 in the end for you to pay for your membership once you get that peppermint. So it's a really great investment to have access into our community and all the information that we have to share. The free education, the classes online, our private Facebook groups, and most importantly, someone to walk you through the process. Now, that being said, there are some ways to get these essential oils into your home without paying the $35 membership. So instead of just getting 25% off, you're going to get a whole lot more than that by bundling the essential oils into starter kits. doTERRA is super smart in how they put this together. So I'm going to show you some of my favorites right here. Okay, let's see if you can see this. So this right here is the Natural Solutions Kit, and it's $550. It includes many of the essential oils we talked about, as well as a diffuser, the On Guard products that we discussed that are so incredible, antibacterial hand sanitizing spray, and then the probiotic and Terrazyme. The Terrazyme, you guys, is incredible for any kind of digestive issues. It helps tremendously with being able to digest the food and absorb the nutrients from the food that you've actually eaten, to use it as energy, and absolutely love the Terrazyme. And then the probiotic, we talked about your microbiome in your stomach. It helps to proliferate that microbiome and keep you healthy. And I don't go a single day without that probiotic. So great. And then it has also the shampoo and conditioner, the coconut oil, this deep blue essential oil in a lotion that is very beneficial, a natural Neosporin healing ointment, as well as a breathe stick. This is like a natural Vicks vapor rub that you can carry around with you and keep in your bag. Super helpful for the kids. They keep those in their backpacks. And then it also comes with this pretty wooden box. Now, the difference between this kit and some of the other kits is that this one starts you at earning 15% back. Now, the point system with doTERRA is called the Loyalty Rewards Program. And it's like a frequent flyer program where you fly on a flight and you get points for it that you can use in the future, except it's even easier to use. I feel like sometimes with frequent flyer, it's hard to turn in your miles into trips. With doTERRA, it's really easy to turn in your points. So with your initial order, you get 100% of your shipping back. So that's 4 points. Plus, each time you purchase after that, you're going to start with this kit at earning 15% back. And those points add up so quickly. 1 point is equivalent to $1 in essential oils. So lemon is $10. It's also 10 points. So pretty quickly, you'll be able to earn a few bottles of essential oil, because this kit actually starts you out at earning 100 free product points as well. So that's a great kit to start with. And it just makes sense for someone that wants to kind of make over their entire house and not just their medicine cabinet. Now, the kit that we talked about today is the Home Essentials Kit. It comes with all 10 of the most commonly used essential oils in this size, the 15 milliliter size. I'll show you a picture of it so you can see. The Home Essentials Kit is $275. This is the kit that I started with. And it comes with the Petal Diffuser, which is this one here, and then the top 10 oils in the 15 milliliter size bottle. Okay, now what's awesome about the Home Essentials Kit is that $35 we talked about, the membership fee, is completely waived, which is amazing, right? So it's basically you get a free membership and the oils and the diffuser in this Home Essentials Kit. Okay, it's a great, super awesome one to get started with. Now, on the flip side, if that's out of your price range, there is one called the Family Essentials Kit. The Family Essentials Kit has the oils in the 5 milliliter size. So you can see here the 15 milliliter size has 250 drops and the 5 milliliter size has 85 drops. That's the Family Essentials Kit. This kit does not include a diffuser. It's $150, and for the Home Essentials Kit, you get 3 times the amount of oils for less than double the price. However, the Family Essentials Kit does come with free beadlets, the peppermint and the On Guard beadlets. So if that is within your price range, that's definitely a good kit to start out with. And that kit also comes with the free $35 membership. Any of the starter kits, you get to waive the $35, which is so awesome. Now, I know that was a lot because seems like in the beginning, so much to learn with doTERRA. But I don't want you to feel overwhelmed because each of the starter kits comes with this awesome book. And this book has a description of every single essential oil from doTERRA as well as their other products. And it explains the best ways to use them and how you can incorporate them within your home to get great benefits from it. So if you're curious about, how will you remember all of this afterwards, you are going to have that time to sit down with me either on the phone or in person so that we can go over your order, but you will also get this in your packet, which is really nice. So that being said, let me show you one other thing here in the back. Some of you have heard me talk about the Cleanse and Restore Kit. This is one specifically for people who are looking to restart their system, reboot their digestive tract, and anyone who has severe, I wouldn't say even severe, but just needs like a readjustment. So if you're a person that has headaches, you're a person that wakes up tired every day, or if you're a person that, suffers from whatever, fill in the blank, this is such a great way to restart your system and reevaluate your health and kind of give yourself a health and wellness checkup. And with this one, it's a 30-day wellness plan that I can walk you through in my community, where I'll share with you some recipes and some grocery lists and things to buy and different ways to support you through that, because I know it's kind of hard to feel like you're on your own with that. And I want to make sure that you feel supported in every way as we go through that. So that being said, there are 3 ways that people purchase, okay? You can buy retail. You can purchase the membership, as I mentioned, and then add on 1 or 2 essential oils, or you can purchase one of the starter kits. And if you'd like to get a starter kit, then I am going to make sure that I give you an incentive, which is super fun because free essential oils are the best. So I have a whole grab bag of goodies, and you're going to get a free 15 milliliter size bottle of essential oil with any of the starter kits. That being said, I want to make sure that you also get into our Facebook group and that you feel like you have all the support you need right from the get-go, and that I can hold your hand through the process. So I'm really excited for you, and I'm excited. For me, it doesn't matter which pathway you choose. If you want to become a wholesale customer and use the oils, if you want to share the oils, or if you want to do the business, there are many opportunities across the board. But I, at this point, just want you to become more comfortable with the oils, feel like you have a handle on how to use them, and that you feel welcomed into our community. So thank you so much for being here and for taking the time to listen to this class. I know that I have learned a great deal over the last few years, and I'm just excited to share that with you and get you feeling comfortable. So thanks so much, guys, and have a wonderful day.